This is the NFL on EA Sports. We're 10 miles south of downtown LA as you get a look inside SoFi Stadium here in Inglewood. Coming up, one game to decide who represents the AFC in the Super Bowl. It's the Buffalo Bills and the Los Angeles Chargers.
Cameron Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
Mike Tirico and Greg Olson on hand as Cameron Dicker is set to kick things off. Off we go from Southern California. This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchback. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Quickly to Shakir on the RPO. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 38-yard line.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd down and 7. On the ground, this is James Cook. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up 3rd down.
A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Operating out of the gun, here comes Allen. Oh, he's going to be followed up and taken down. They got him.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
And this will not turn out to be a good return. Forced backwards, and they get him out of bounds. They'll begin this on the ground with Smith. And he broke through the initial contact, winds up getting about 3. It's 2nd down.
21-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Motion! Set. Lion.
Out of the gun, here's Herbert. And complete, it is Trey Harris. And they're going to move the ball all the way up to the 45-yard line.
4 yards.
His first catch here in this AFC title game, and it's a 1st down.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10.
Ready.
First carry here for the former Tar Heel, Omarion Hampton. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4.
The tackle made just shy of midfield. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd down.
Delta, 5-9, 5-9.
Herbert makes the read, decides to hang on, and they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. 1st down, LA.
First down.
And this is really an area, Mike, that he excels in. He makes the right decision to keep the ball himself, and then when he hits the hole, he doesn't stop until he picks up the 1st down.
On 1st down, it's Hampton. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
The tackle by TJ
Looked to me like the
Sanders.
quarterback had the option to pull that and make it a throw, but he decides to give it. Probably wishes looking back that he would have pulled it because there was nowhere for that running back to go.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
Set. Hey, go lion. Set.
On play action, it's Herbert. And left side, complete to Harris. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. His 2nd catch of the drive. This one's good for 15 and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
These curl routes. He's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the 1st down.
He's got it at about the 8. And he's going to be taken down, but there is a flag on the field. You wonder if that was a push-off.
Home trips right. Delta, hut.
From the gun, it's Herbert. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
Incomplete.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often, and when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Now it's Herbert. They'll set up the screen for Hampton. And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start, and a loss of yards on the play.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
What can they do here? This is 3rd and forever. Now Herbert again. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the 1st. It'll bring up 4th down.
I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike, and what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. The run game and the pass game, everything looks the same. There's no tells, so they can't afford to just dial up certain schemes to take away a run or a pass. They've got to defend the entire playbook, and so far they've done a great job on this drive doing just that.
So after the field goal to open up the scoring, the kicker's back out for this kickoff. They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Cook. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's second down.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
From the 31, here's 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, here's Allen. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down. Cooley, Tuipulotu, in for the sack. It's a loss of 9, and sets up third down. From the gun, here is Allen. And that is incomplete.
I think it would be a bit of an understatement, Mike, to say that this offense has come out today a bit flat. They haven't picked up a single first down through the first 2 drives, and barring a really aggressive decision here, they'll have to wait to their 3rd series to see if they can make it happen.
He'll get a few yards back here on the return before being forced out of bounds. This drive will begin with a run with Hampton. And he's able to fight through 1 tackle here and pick up about 3. Second down coming up.
47-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Set. 280. Ready.
They'll go again with Hampton. He'll pop this edge for about 4, but it will set up third down.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
Black 80, black. Set.
Herbert looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Open man, right side. He's got it. And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
Herbert now on 1st down. That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up 2nd down.
And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
2nd and 10.
Set. 180.
To throw, it's Herbert. He's going to look for the home run ball. And this is too far out in front. That one's incomplete. Trey Harris, the intended receiver there.
10 yards to go.
And it's going to be 3rd down.
I could sit up here all day, Mike, and we could talk about the missed throw, but I think a lot of the credit has to go to the pass defense. Not only did they do a good job making it difficult for them to complete the pass, but I think they saved the touchdown along the way.
So, after 2 straight incompletions, here's 3rd and 10.
Go.
Again, they'll throw with Herbert. And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield. The big man, Ed Oliver, in for the sack.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. So offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
Return man can only make a fair catch, and it is at about the 8-yard line. So a quarter in the books in the AFC Championship. The Chargers out to the early lead. And we're back at SoFi in SoCal after this. Play action. It's Allen. That's complete. Calvin Austin. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
A bit of a quick hitter here. And what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short game.
Allen going to give it to Cook. He finds some room. Across the 25. Down the sideline. Past the 40. And he's out of bounds inside the 30. It is a big run by Cook. That goes for 58.
Well, I'm not sure you're going to find a better example of just pure speed in the open field than that run right there. I mean, when he got past the first wave, you got the sense that he might just be able to outrun everybody on the field.
Round 80.
Here's the Florida Gator, Dameon Pierce. Oh, they smack him down. Big hit right at the line. No gain.
Brings up second.
Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
I'll throw left side there, not going to find the target.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
Good drive so far, but this is a big hurdle. It is 3rd and 10.
319.
From the shotgun, it's Allen. Open man, it's Jameson Williams. His first catch here in this AFC title game, and it's a first down.
And this is what can happen when you're so worried about protecting the sticks, Mike. You force them to throw the ball underneath, but then you've got to be able to rally the ball and tackle. But they weren't able to do it before he gets the line to gain, and he ends up picking up the first down anyway.
They run out of the gun. It's Cook. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
No gain on the play.
So there's multiple factors, Mike, that make blitzes successful. So, of course, there's the initial design. Can you attack the vulnerabilities of the offense's blocking scheme? And then in this case, the next phase is the timing. You can see this linebacker knew exactly when that ball was going to be snapped. The offensive line had no chance to identify and pick him up, and he's able to bring him down for a loss.
And a big collision there, down near the goal line, keeps him out of the end zone. On 3rd and 1, it's Allen. He's got it at the 3. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
The initial reaction is, how does this quarterback not throw the ball past the first down line to gain to try to extend this drive? And the reality is, because they've already decided they're going to go for it on 4th down.
They can still pick up a 1st down here, and they'll line up to go for it on 4th down. Allen going to throw for it. And that is not going to work. It is incomplete. They go for it on 4th and wind up turning it over on down.
And here we have a real gutsy call here, Mike, early in this game offensively. I think you're giving up a surefire field goal attempt, but at the same time, you're demonstrating to your players, hey, offense, I have a lot of trust in you, and let's see if they have this same approach as the rest of this game plays on.
Set. Lion. Set.
They'll start on the ground with Hampton. And that'll be a pickup of 3.
Hampton, the ball carrier. The tackle made at his own 5-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Second down, they need 7. Shotgun now for Herbert. That's over the middle and intercepted.
Touchdown, Buffalo.
And, Mike, and as bad as things seem, especially after that last play, the key to playing quarterback in this league, if you're going to allow bad plays to lead to more bad plays, you're not going to last very long. So it's the value of, hey, can you win the next play? And then the play after that. Those are the guys that really make it in this league, and we're going to get a good test of it right here.
He'll start at the 4. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over.
24-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Perfect. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down.
At the 24-yard line.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
He'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Set.
On the handoff, it's Hampton. From up and down, just shy of the 40. 15-yard pickup there. And the Chargers have the 1st down.
1st down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
From the 43, here's 2nd down and 6. On the give, it's Smith. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming. And he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Here's 3rd and 7.
Set.
Throwing now is Herbert, and that is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
That is fielded at the 13. That's a nice job of making things more manageable for this offense as he takes it back beyond the 25-yard line. They go play action now. Here's Allen. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the play. And it's second down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
Now whistles here, and a penalty. I think somebody moved early up front. Allen now on second down. He'll find Shakir open right side. He'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third downs.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball, modest gain.
To the air on third down, here's Allen. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's fourth down.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a fourth down decision to make.
Here's their punter now, as he's on to punt for Buffalo. And we will not have a return. This one hit in the field of play and bounces out of bounds.
Run!
On first down, Herbert. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second down.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm.
And he's got it to the 35-yard line. A gain of 11 on that one. It's good for a Charger first down.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Set. Set.
On the ground, it's Smith. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, here's Herbert. Over the middle, he's got Harris. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
And this is why most teams, Mike, decide to take the ball first after the halftime break, because they want to be able to control this middle 4. At the end of the first half, you can use your timeouts. You can use some strategy to steal an extra possession. If they're able now to go down and come away with points, they'll have a chance to double it up again right after the halftime break.
That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off.
He's still on his feet, and he will score! Omarion Hampton, touchdown Chargers.
And that was just a great drive, really from start to finish, Mike. You could see the play caller just really finding his rhythm, mix in run, mix in pass, results in the touchdown pass, but really everything they did, the entire possession worked to perfection. You can sustain the drives like that and come away with touchdowns. Man, that goes a long way towards establishing your identity for the rest of this game.
Chargers 10, Bills 7. Cameron Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. It's a return. Here comes Calvin Austin. And he will only be able to muster the 20-yard line on that return.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. Now Cook loses the football.
And with all this talk about ball security, I can tell you firsthand, like, a lot of it just becomes mental. It's like the more you think about it, the more you stress it in practice, it almost gets worse. It's one of those things that when it starts to spiral, it's just hard to pull yourself out.
380. Good up. Delta. Hut. 21. Green hut.
Throwing on first down is Herbert. Quick throw taken in. Now the Chargers will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in half number 1.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 5-yard line.
They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2.
Set. Set.
A run. This is Hampton. And he's going to lose yardage here. Taken down back at the 8. Now a timeout Chargers here. That's their second as they stop it with 13 seconds to play in this opening half. Here now, 3rd and 5.
12. 380.
From the gun, it's Herbert. That one taken in. McConkey. Touchdown, LA.
You hear coaches, you hear commentators, everybody talks about that middle four, Mike, the final 2 minutes of the second quarter and the first 2 minutes of the third quarter. Here they are now. They go down and they steal a late touchdown to end the half. Remember, they're going to get the ball first coming out of the break.
Makes the score Chargers 17, Bills 7. Cameron Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
Closing seconds of this first half, and this kickoff is away. Austin now to return this. He'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop.
The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
This drive starts at the 21. It's first and 10. From the gun, Josh Allen. He'll let this one go long for Williams. A great connection there. They're going to bring it down inside the 35-yard line. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they get the timeout. Cam Little for this field goal attempt. This a 48-yard attempt. Little's kick is good. And the Bills are back within a score. It's now 17-10. The Lamar Hunt Trophy waiting to be claimed. 30 minutes away, unless, of course, we have overtime. We're back underway in the AFC title game. Now an opening past the 30. They finally get him down, but he gets all the way up close to the 40-yard line. From the 39, here's a first and 10. They'll run it for the first time with Najee Harris. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's second and 4. Hampton trying to work inside. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard.
Tackled at the 46-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up third and 3.
They'll come up to third and 3.
Lion.
Here's Herbert. Downfield, got him, and he's got it. And he will go all the way. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Third down. My focus, Greg, was on picking up the first down. Forget that. They go down the field and in the end zone for a touchdown.
Yeah, I don't think it was just your focus, Mike. I think in this case, it was the defense's focus. They're so worried about where that first down marker was that they allowed them to get that ball up and over the top for the deep strike touchdown.
Cameron Dicker to kick off for
After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30.
At their own 29-yard line.
Throwing now. Allen here on first down. And that's going to wind up incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. He's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
Throwing on second down. It's Allen. To the left side, it's caught by Shakir. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
Just a really good play design that time, Mike, from the offensive coordinator. They match up one of the most explosive playmakers in the NFL with a hook curl defender, and he's just not able to match up with one of the best route runners in the league.
He'll try and run here with Cook. And he'll convert, picking up the first down at the 46-yard line.
Nice job there on 3rd and inches. And you know, Mike, that defense, they are packing it in. They're trying to get as many bodies up at the line of scrimmage. So you get past that first wave, look out. They did a nice job bringing him down, or else that looked like he was going to take it all the way.
Here's 1st and 10.
Round 80.
To the air is Allen. A quick throw, that's complete on the slant. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of
17 yards on that connection. Good for a Bills first down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 16. This offense is humming. A first down.
Buffalo.
Operating out of the gun, here comes Allen. That's going to be incomplete. Covered him very stoutly. That's going to bring up second down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. When that defender's bearing down, you really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
Throwing again, it's Allen. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
At this stage of the game, things haven't been going your way, so one more mistake, it could just be too much to overcome. So a nice decision there, just throw it away out of bounds and give your team a fighting chance.
After back-to-back incompletions, they now face 3rd down and 10.
Round 80.
To throw again, it's Allen. And that one's incomplete. They really ratcheted up the coverage there. And they force 4th down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way. And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
Now, here comes a return from the 9. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line.
They're on the 31-yard line.
Cap. Set.
Now Herbert on the bootleg. Off-balance throw. It's complete. That keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
It's a gain of 8.
Running these underneath crossing routes, you wouldn't imagine lead to a lot of explosive plays, but when done right, if you can get the receiver in open space and get the ball in their hands, there's a lot of opportunity for big run after the catch and generate chunk plays.
Set. 380.
On second down, they'll go with Smith. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. Give them 14 on that one. First down, LA.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
They'll come up here, first and 10.
380. 380.
On the give, here's Hampton. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
Back's doing everything in his power to try to get that ball around the edge to the boundary, but just great pursuit there by this linebacker, staying with his angles, running through contact, and he makes the play behind the line.
Second and 11.
380. Ready.
Another run here with Hampton. And he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs, back-to-back losses. Now it's third down.
At the 50-yard line.
The truth is, Mike, they just aren't getting the push they need up front. This defense has been a motivated group these last couple plays, and now for the second straight time, they failed to even get back to the original line of scrimmage.
380. Go.
On third and long, it's Herbert. This one is taken in downfield. Big completions. His fifth catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Set. Kappa. 21. Set.
Herbert now on first down. And left side, complete to Harris. Now they are in business. Inside the 15-yard line.
Another Chargers.
Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pick up a 14 and a first down.
Set. 180. 180 hut.
Play action now. It's Herbert. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Matt McConkey. Touchdown Chargers. He is shining in this postseason spotlight. That's his second touchdown of the game. That is yet another touchdown pass. What a game he is having, throwing his fourth touchdown score of the game.
It's one thing, Mike, to throw 4 touchdowns, but it's really the ease in which he's carved this defense up that has stood out the most. The defense has had no answers for this passing game, and he has just completely had his way with this group.
A return now from the 4. And he'll manage to get this back only to about the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
On first and 10, it's Allen. He'll find his running back, Cook. And he's going to be marked down up around the 33.
Number 4,
13 yards to start that drive. And a quick first down.
And while it ultimately worked out for him this time, Mike, this is not a throw he wants to make a habit of, because that was risky. When he threw it, I thought that ball was being picked. I think he got away with one here, results in a big pickup and get a fresh set of downs.
And he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's second down.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 41-yard line.
From the gun, throw here for Allen. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up third down.
You can feel the frustration starting to build, can't you? It's in their body language. It's how they're getting in and out of the huddle. There's no tempo. There's no energy. Somebody needs to get that huddle, look them in the face and say, hey, guys, we can either sleepwalk through the rest of this game and lose, or somebody be the jump start that we need to really find our rhythm and timing.
They'll set up the screen to Cook. This will not do the trick. They've stopped him behind the line. Fourth down coming up.
Well, when you call a screenplay, of course, you're looking to catch the defense off guard and pick up a chunk play. You're not thinking you're actually going to find yourself going backwards, but that's exactly the case here, and really nice job by the defense sniffing that one out.
The punter remains on the sideline. They're going to line up and go for it on fourth down. They'll indeed go for it with Allen. That's incomplete. Derek Hall. Fourth down does not work out, and it results in a turnover on down. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10.
380, run, go.
A give, and here comes Hampton. And he's just pushing guys out of the way, powering forward for a gain of 8.
The 28-yard line.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
1 quarter remains here in the AFC Championship game. This is the NFL playoffs on EA Sports. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Set. Delta. Set.
On the ground, Hampton will start the 4th. And it doesn't appear they got to that first down marker. They'll only give them a yard, so it'll set up 3rd down.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker, and they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
Line.
They try to run for it with pass. It's a gain of 10 yards. And the Chargers have the first down.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the 4th quarter, which typically means I had the lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game.
He was brought down at the 13-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
380.
Here's a 2nd and 6.
Set. 380. Run. What is it?
Run between the tackles for Hampton. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
A 1-yard gain brings up 3rd and 6.
3rd and 6.
Set. Delta set. Ready.
Here's Hampton.
Hampton again, the ball carrier. Tackle made at the 9-yard line.
Here's Cameron Dicker now on for the field goal. This about as short as you can get. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Chargers will add to their lead here in the 4th quarter.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
Austin now to return this. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Terrific return. He's taken down just shy of midfield.
Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 46-yard line.
On the ground, it's Cook to start this drive. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards.
Midfield to the 49-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Allen. That's right side and brought in by Williams. And they finally catch up with him, but it's a big play, taking it into the red zone. Big time play there for Buffalo. 38 yards.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
They can still get a 1st down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. Here's a handoff to Cook, running left. His defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
It's a loss of 2.
A little surprising to see them keep the ball on the ground, especially given the situation, Mike. I mean, you're trailing. You haven't had a lot of success running the ball up until this point. They need chunk plays. They need to score, and they need to score fast.
Throwing off his back foot, and it's taken in. And nice work after the catch. He stopped a little short of the 1st down marker, but it is a pickup of 9.
3rd down.
They can keep the drive alive if they get to the 4, but facing 3rd down at the moment. On 3rd down, they go with Cook. A 2nd effort, and he is in. James Cook, touchdown, Bills. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
Little now, following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. This is fielded inside the 5. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24.
Set.
They'll begin this on the ground with Smith.
At this stage in the 4th quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
Set. 380. Go.
A quick throw on the RPO is complete. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
The timing of these RPO concepts, that's the entire key. Remember, Mike, in the college game, they get a 3-yard window that they're allowed to be downfield even on a forward pass. That's not the rule in the NFL. These decisions have to be made quickly. If not, even after a good pickup, you could be coming back due to a flag.
That one too far out in front. It is incomplete.
When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
This fielded inside the 35. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Cook. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
At this point, we're going to need 2 hands to count for how many yards he's averaged in this one, Mike. But unfortunately, it just hasn't been enough to overcome the deficit here at this stage of the game.
So 2 minutes left to play in the 2nd half. We're back to crown an AFC champion after this. 2nd and 6 coming up. Pierce. And they'll bring him down just shy of midfield, but that is enough. It's a 1st down.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a 1st down.
A run with Pierce. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Take the snap and go down to a knee. Here's a big one. This 3rd down. So this one is over. It's in the win column for the Chargers as they will lift the Lamar Hunt Trophy. They are off to the Super Bowl in 2 weeks as champions of the AFC. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Chargers are winners here as we say so long from SoFi.